Mother Nature is setting up a dramatic weekend, with the atmosphere primed for significant and potentially dangerous weather events. The stage is set for a rare convergence of two powerful storms, each with the potential to disrupt lives and communities across a vast region. Two major storms are now threatening millions of people, from the sun-soaked beaches of the Caribbean to the bustling cities along the U.S. East Coast. The scale and timing of these storms make this weekend one of the most closely watched in recent memory. As of Thursday, October 9, 2025, meteorologists are closely tracking Tropical Storm Jerry as it churns through the Atlantic. Jerry is on a path that could bring dangerous conditions to the Caribbean islands, with forecasters warning of heavy rain, strong winds, and the potential for flash flooding. At the same time, a powerful nor'easter is rapidly developing off the coast of Georgia, gathering strength as it moves northward along the U.S. East Coast. This storm is expected to intensify quickly, drawing energy from the clash of warm ocean air and a surge of cold air from the north. Jerry is a classic warm-core tropical system, fueled by the heat of the ocean and capable of producing intense rainfall and damaging winds as it approaches land. In contrast, the nor'easter draws its power from the dramatic collision of cold and warm air masses, creating a volatile environment that can lead to rapid intensification and widespread impacts. Both storms have the potential to unleash torrential rain, destructive winds, and significant coastal flooding. Communities from the Caribbean all the way to New England could face serious risks, including power outages, property damage, and dangerous travel conditions. This is not just a tropical threat. The nor'easter could bring hurricane-like conditions far to the north, with wind gusts and storm surges that rival those of a full-fledged hurricane. Residents from the Leeward Islands to Cape Cod should be on high alert. Now is the time to review emergency plans, secure property, and gather supplies. Early preparation can make all the difference when severe weather strikes. In the next few scenes, we'll break down Jerry's projected path, the nor'easter's likely track, and provide practical tips to help you and your loved ones stay safe as these storms approach. Understanding the threats ahead is the first step to protecting your family and your community. Let's dive in and get prepared together. Let's focus on Tropical Storm Jerry, the 10th named storm of an active season. This season has been particularly intense, with numerous storms forming one after another, keeping meteorologists on their toes. Jerry formed just days ago, and is now about 395 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands, with sustained winds of 65 mph. The storm's rapid development has been closely monitored, as it poses a significant threat to the Caribbean region. It's moving quickly west-northwest, and is expected to strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane by late Friday or early Saturday. This rapid intensification is a hallmark of the powerful storms we've seen this season. The storm's center is forecast to pass near, or just northeast of the northern Leeward Islands tonight. Residents in these areas should be prepared for severe weather conditions. Several islands are under tropical storm watches, including Antigua, Barbuda, and Anguilla. These islands are no strangers to tropical storms, but each new threat brings its own challenges. St. Kitts, Nevis, and other nearby islands are also bracing for impact. The local governments have issued warnings and are urging residents to take all necessary precautions. Montserrat, and others, the entire region is on high alert as Jerry approaches, with emergency services on standby. Residents should rush final preparations and secure property now. This includes boarding up windows, securing boats, and gathering emergency supplies. Jerry's influence will extend beyond the immediate path, with swells affecting the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Greater Antilles. These areas should also be prepared for rough seas and potential flooding. Current models suggest Jerry will curve northward after passing the islands, sparing the U.S. mainland for now. However, the situation remains fluid, and changes in the storm's path are always possible. However, storm tracks can change, so we'll keep monitoring closely. Meteorologists are working around the clock to provide the latest updates and ensure everyone stays informed. The immediate focus is the imminent danger to the islands. Emergency alerts are being issued and residents are anxiously watching for updates. Heavy rain, strong winds, and potential flooding are expected. These conditions can lead to dangerous situations, so it's crucial to stay indoors and avoid unnecessary travel, and dangerous surf are all on the way. Coastal areas should be particularly cautious, as large waves and strong currents can pose significant risks. If you're in the watch area, take this threat seriously. Prepare now. Ensure you have enough supplies to last several days and stay tuned to local news for the latest information. As Jerry approaches, the islands are facing a triple threat: heavy rain, powerful winds, and dangerous coastal conditions. Each of these hazards brings its own set of risks, and together they can create a very serious situation for communities in the path of the storm. Rainfall totals are expected to reach 2 to 4 inches across much of the region, but some areas could see as much as 6 inches, or even more, especially in higher terrain. This amount of rain in a short period can quickly overwhelm drainage systems, leading to flash flooding in low-lying neighborhoods and triggering dangerous mudslides on hillsides. Emergency crews may have difficulty reaching affected areas, so it's important to avoid travel during the heaviest downpours. Winds are forecast to reach near 65 miles per hour, and if Jerry strengthens into a hurricane, gusts could be even higher. These strong winds can easily knock down trees and power lines, causing widespread power outages and potentially damaging roofs, windows, and other structures. Flying debris is also a real danger, so take steps now to secure anything that could become airborne. Make sure to bring in or tie down outdoor furniture, trash bins, and any loose items around your home. Prepare for the possibility of extended outages by charging devices, stocking up on batteries, and having flashlights and emergency supplies ready. Along the coast, the threat is even more severe. Large swells and pounding surf will create extremely hazardous conditions at beaches and along the shoreline. Life-threatening rip currents are expected, especially in the Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, making swimming or boating extremely dangerous. Coastal flooding and erosion are likely, with some roads and properties at risk of being washed out or damaged. All boaters and marine interests should remain in port and secure their vessels well ahead of the storm's arrival. The combination of torrential rain, fierce winds, and dangerous surf makes Jerry a significant and multifaceted threat. It's not just one hazard, but the interaction of all three that can make this storm especially dangerous for the islands. Stay tuned to local officials for the latest updates and instructions. Review your family's emergency plan, make sure everyone knows what to do, and keep emergency contacts handy. The window for preparation is closing quickly as Jerry draws nearer. Now is the time to finish gathering supplies, check your emergency kit, and make any last-minute preparations before conditions deteriorate. Above all, prioritize your safety and the safety of your loved ones. Stay indoors during the storm, keep informed through trusted sources, and be ready to act if conditions change rapidly. Now, let's turn north to the nor'easter forming off the southeast coast. This storm will track up the east coast, bringing heavy rain, strong winds, and major coastal flooding. It could move quickly, hitting cities from Maryland to Boston, or linger, focusing impacts on the Carolinas and mid-Atlantic. Either way, tens of millions along the I-95 corridor face disruptive weather. This system may even become a subtropical or hybrid storm, possibly named Karen, packing hurricane-level impacts. The real impact scale rates it equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane. Recent storms have already battered the coast, and this nor'easter threatens another round of damage. Vulnerable areas must prepare for another serious hit. Here's what the nor'easter will bring: widespread rain totals of 2–4 inches from North Carolina to Massachusetts, with isolated spots up to 10 inches, enough for flash flooding. Winds will gust 40–60 mph along the coast, with some areas possibly seeing gusts up to 80 mph, strong enough for power outages and property damage. The biggest threat: coastal flooding and erosion. Storm surge could reach 1 to 3 feet above normal, and king tides will make flooding worse. In the most vulnerable spots, water could rise up to 6 feet. Offshore waves may reach 10–20 feet, battering beaches and dunes. The combination of surge, tides, and waves will put immense pressure on coastal infrastructure. Anyone near the coast faces real danger. Prepare for significant flooding and damage. Take this threat seriously. Let's identify the highest risk areas along the East Coast. Barrier islands and low-lying communities are most exposed to storm surge, waves, and wind. The Outer Banks of North Carolina, already damaged by recent storms, face major flooding and erosion. The Delmarva Peninsula, Jersey Shore, and New York City area are also at high risk for coastal flooding and disruption. In New England, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and especially Cape Cod will see strong winds, heavy rain, and significant coastal impacts. From North Carolina to Massachusetts, anyone within a few miles of the Atlantic should prepare for dangerous weather. Past storms have shown how quickly conditions can turn deadly. Don't wait. Get ready now. Timing is everything. For the northern Leeward Islands, Jerry's impacts begin later today, with the worst tonight into Friday. Dangerous surf and rip currents will linger for days after the storm passes. The nor'easter will hit the U.S. East Coast this weekend into early next week. First impacts arrive Friday and Saturday in North Carolina, and the Delmarva Peninsula have preparations done by Friday morning. The Mid-Atlantic, including New Jersey and New York City, will see peak impacts Sunday. Southern New England, including Cape Cod, faces the worst from Sunday night into Monday. The storm should pull away by Tuesday, but flooding and damage may last longer. This will be a multi-day event with repeated high-tide flooding and persistent onshore winds. Prepare for several days of hazardous conditions. Stay alert to changing forecasts. Preparation is key. Stay informed with multiple ways to get weather alerts: radio, phone, and local news. If officials order evacuation, don't hesitate, leave immediately. Assemble a disaster kit: 3 days food and water, medications, flashlights, batteries, first aid supplies, and important documents. Don't forget pet supplies, secure outdoor items and check storm shutters. Clear gutters and move valuables to higher floors if you're in a flood zone. Keep your car fueled in case you need to evacuate. Never drive through flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. Stay away from beaches and piers during the storm. Waves and rip currents are deadly. Don't risk your life for a closer look. Smart decisions now protect you and first responders. Your safety comes first. As we wrap up, the key message is to stay vigilant and informed. Storms can change quickly. Check updates from trusted sources like the National Hurricane Center and local officials. For the Caribbean, Jerry's threat is immediate. Finish preparations and follow local guidance. For the U.S. East Coast, use the time now to prepare for the nor'easter's impacts. Know your flood risk and be ready to act if evacuation is ordered. Don't underestimate these storms. Strong winds, heavy rain, and high tides can be deadly. Avoid flooded areas and beaches, and follow expert advice. We'll keep tracking these storms and bring you the latest updates. Stay safe, everyone.